Hi guys, it's Maaike. Today I'm back with collaboration number 4 with Hasheck, and this is the card I made. I pulled out 2 new stamps that I got recently, and this is my nemesis. If you have an allotment or a vegetable garden or normal garden even, you might have bindweed, and this is Morning Glory, which is the tame cousin, I would say. And the Craft Emotions, I didn't use it was a bit too big. And I also got these purple flowers on the stem. Sometimes bindweed comes with a pinkish tinge and sometimes yellow. Usually it's white, it depends on the kind you have. If it's the wheat kind. Otherwise Morning Glory comes in some fabulous or glorious colors. But yeah, I went for purple just because of those little flowers that I didn't use in the end. So it's probably not botanical correct, but I don't care. Our theme for this collaboration is flowers, and Hasheck has made a very ingenious card, so do go and have a look at her video as well, and the link is down below. I'm stamping it out on acetate, but then I thought it fits on a landscape card as well, and I think that's better for what I had in mind. So I'm cleaning it off. And I'm cutting off a little bit more because of the ink that got stuck on the edges. That happens when your stamp is too big. And so I'm placing it again on the side. And I'm using hybrid ink from My Favorite Things. And it looked like it stamped very well. It's very thin lined stamp, and oh, I'm sure this is not supposed to happen with a new stamp. But if you're interested to know, it's from Crealise. It's called CLRS, which I think is Crealise rubber stamp 05. And I will go back to the store tomorrow. To color it, I used the distress ink sprays in the little aqua brushes, and I did put initials on it so I know what color is in there. See, like ML Mode Lawn, and then I switched to mustard and peacock feathers, so I thought that was easier than just initials like Twisted Citron and Wilted Violet, because the ML is not actually Mode Lawn. It's Mermaid Lagoon, so I fixed it. I mean, it made for great shading, but yeah, that was a bit stupid. And yeah, I'm just using it to put it where the darkest bits are, the shading. And then with just a normal water brush, where there's just water in it, I'm fading it out, and I'm blotting a lot because I did put down quite a lot more than I intended. I remember that bindweed or Morning Glory is usually white and only has color in the middle, which is usually pink. But yeah, purple is my favorite color. It went with the little flowers that I bought. So I took some liberties with it. And I have bindweed in my allotment garden. It's a vegetable patch for people in America, and yeah, my neighbors are a bit lazy and they don't really pull it out as much, so it comes over to the neighboring patches. So because one neighbor doesn't put it, 5 others are pulling their hair as well. So when I saw it in the shop, this stamp, I thought maybe if I color it, it would be more therapeutic than pulling it. It's my nemesis, as I say. See, in here I didn't realize until I put it on the block. And I thought, oi, that's not green. That looks more like peacock feathers, but it's actually Mermaid Lagoon, not Mode Lawn. So I'm dabbing it off, but I thought I will keep it for the centers where it's darkest. I actually only have one spray stain. I thought I had Mode Lawn, and that's why I thought it was in there. But it's still on order at my shop, I guess. So I'm putting twisted citron and coloring, and I will let you watch this a little bit, and then I will be back in a bit. Bye. I want to do some partial die cutting, and I settled for the rectangle. I also pulled out hexagons and circles and scalloped circles even, but I settled for this stitched rectangle. You will actually not see the stitch detail because it's on the inside, but I'm positioning it so the plate only to cut where I want it to. And you see me do this before. It went a little bit further on the lower leaf, but that's okay. And then I trace the outline where I want to cut with a pencil. You don't have to do this, but I kind of find it easier to follow that line, either with a craft knife or scissors, depending what you prefer to do. I did start with my craft knife, and if it were sharper, I probably would have cut through and didn't, so I had to go back with my little scissors and cut it out. It's not too bad, but these surgical knives that you can buy them at a craft store are quite sharp at the beginning, and then they dull quickly as well. But yeah, either you cut your fingers off or they don't cut at all, see. And well, I'm just fussy cutting it just to add more interest. You don't have to do it, you can of course just leave it as a flat panel, but I thought it would look nice and intricate with the window next to it. I don't know if there's coordinating dies with this stamp actually. I didn't see it in the store, I probably wouldn't have bought it anyway, but it's just easy to do it this way. And I'm doing some ink blending on the card base where the window is, and I'm using Versamagic Oasis Green, just one color, and it's just to give it a bit of a shading, and actually it draws the attention to the flowers more, I think. But before I'm doing the ink blending, I will stamp the sentiment, which is from Simon Says Stamp. It's your birthday 3x4 set. And I'm actually kind of undecided where to put it because of the flowers that I intend to use. I think you need a bit of room on the bottom and a bit more, and then I thought, yeah, no, I'm not using the flowers. Maybe one or two, but I didn't like it. It was too big, too much dimension, and yeah, you know me. And I'm using Versafine Onyx Black ink to stamp the sentiment. It's watercolor paper, so it stamped okay. I didn't want to risk it at this point, so it could have had a better impression on the piece, but yeah. So now I'm tracing the opening, so I know where I need to ink blend. And I probably didn't even need to mask it off, but I thought maybe I will mount it with foam tape and then you can see and peek in from the sides, so I did it. and then I decided not to mount it with foam because I'm already adding some homemade enamel dots, and I made these enamel dots in a video with wow embossing powder and wow melted powder. I just don't use them a lot. So I thought it's time to pull them out again. And I prefer them to the paper flowers actually. See? You can do some fancy ink blending here. I didn't want to, I just wanted a little bit of the darkness behind the flowers so they pop more. So I'm just using tape runner now instead of foam tape, which I use all the time. And I'm trying to put it on the card base as straight as I can. This panel is a little bit smaller than my card base, so I didn't notice until I put the stones on. But see, here's the flowers. And I went for purple because of these paper flowers were... Ugh, no, sorry, I don't like them. You can add them, of course, if you prefer them to your enamel dots or sequins or dewdrops, whatever you have. Confetti, rhinestones, oh, so many things you can put on a card to embellish. So I'm pulling out 3 different kind of dots. A purple one, kind of a marbly one, and a sparkly one. So green, purple, and a greenish, bluish, marbled one. I'm not really sure what color that is, but it's very nice. And so now I'm trimming the bottom. And I'm using my homemade glue dots. There's also a video for that if you're interested. Just to put the stones on, or the homemade enamel dots. So I would like to thank you for watching. I probably took more of your time than I intended, so sorry about that. I hope you liked the card, and I hope you will hop over to Karen Hasheck's channel for her card, and I will see you again soon. Bye!